Hello, hello there, beautiful. I hope you are having a beautiful day as well. Let's talk about what is confidence, right? And so I'm super excited about this module and to talk about confidence with you because certainly it's a key element, which is why we have it kind of right here in the middle of this confident career course. It's in the title, even to talk to you about confidence. Now, you may have just hopped into confidence, but if that's the case, I want to encourage you to go back and do modules 1 and 2. They will certainly help support this module. It's not a mandatory requirement, but it will certainly help you go deeper from building your confidence perspective. Okay, so with that, let's hop into it. So, what is confidence, you ask? Confidence is a verb. So, not what you expected? Probably not, because it's not the dictionary definition. But I want to start here with just level setting that while we think about confidence as a feeling, and we'll get to that in a moment, confidence, from my perspective, especially when it comes to how it shows up, how it manifests itself, and the results that it creates in our lives and in our careers, is a verb. It requires you to take action, right? So confidence may be a feeling for sure, but that feeling is going to motivate you to take the actions you need to take in order to get the result you want. So let's use, for example, you want to get a new sponsor, right? Or you want to go meet a leader, if you will, right? I can certainly make that introduction for you, hypothetically, that is, depending on, what we're talking about. But you have to have the confidence to go meet with that person, to talk about yourself, to do all the things that help cultivate and build relationships and get your name out there. All of those things require confidence. And it's why I have married all of the action type things with confidence, because you need confidence to kind of fuel you to go take the actions to create the result you want in your career. So think about what you would be doing if you had confidence in a particular area, whether that's speaking up more, whether that's advocating for yourself, if that's asking for what you want. No matter what that looks like for you, confidence will help fuel you and encourage you to take that action. Okay, now let's get to what the dictionary says about confidence. And it says that confidence is the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something with firm trust, right? And while I agree with this to some extent, again, I'm going to tell you why in the next slide. The feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something. And this definition, it places confidence outside of yourself, right? Versus with yourself. Like someone in general English doesn't translate to me. I'm that someone, right? And so I want you to keep that in mind as we talk about confidence in the next slide, right? So the dictionary version, especially when it comes to the feeling or belief, yes, confidence can be a feeling or belief that fuels you to take an action that creates the result that you want in your career. And so that's why confidence matters when it comes to those results. You want to ask for more money, you need to have confidence, the confidence to ask for it, right? You want to get that promotion, you need to have the confidence to even apply. You need to have the confidence to show up in the interview so that people will think highly of you and choose you over other candidates. All leads back to confidence. All right. So with that, let's talk a little bit more about confidence in like real form and some more context. So I like to teach that there are 3 versions of confidence. The first version is where you are confident. We all have areas of our life where we are confident. Notice I'm using confident and not confidence. And this is because the word confident is past tense, right? This is a version of confidence that we create when we have mastered a new skill, when we have learned something, we've reached expert level, we become confident in that knowledge, confident in that skill, confident in our expertise. And so it's past tense. Now, we all are confident in some area, even in our careers, right? Like we are confident in something, maybe not in all the things that we need to be or we want to be to get to where we want to go. But I want you to keep in mind that you don't lose sight of where you are confident and then build from that place, right? So then we talk about you exhibiting confidence, right? So let's think about, well, then how do I exhibit confidence? Well, you exhibit confidence every day. Confidence are those little small actions that you take every day where you likely use courage to do them. So they are the activities that you do that you want to do, you're excited about doing, but they like make you nervous, you're still a little scared, those type of ones. So for me, that used to be presenting. And I can remember earlier in my career, me asking one of my mentors, like, how are you so calm? Like, how do you just answer their questions without being nervous? I tend to talk even faster when I am nervous, believe it or not. This isn't like the fastest, it gets faster, or at least it used to get faster, if you will, right? And I remember him saying to me, you just have to practice. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. And that seems like a sucky answer, to be honest, in the moment when you're really looking for something tangible to hold on to, but it was true, right? And in that case, I moved from practicing in the moment, fumbling, being nervous, but still being practicing confidence as I showed up into those steering committee meetings and all of those type of things to being confident, right? As long as I have done my own preparation work, I am pretty confident about speaking. Now, if someone would say, hey, Anita, we want you to not be in a boardroom or in a meeting room, but we want you to like present in front of, on stage, 20,000 people. Then I would have to practice confidence because I'm probably going to be a little nervous in the moment. But I'm going to use some courage maybe to still get out there and do it because that is something that I desire. And so we have confident past tense, we have confident past tense, confidence in the moment, and then that brings us to, well, what about the future? Well, if we want to create the future we want, we have to practice self-confidence. And that means having faith and building trust in ourselves and our ability to make decisions, trusting those decisions, and trusting that we made the best decision we knew how in that moment with the information we had. So, what does that look like? Well, that looks like me trusting that I'm going to have a 7, 8 figure business, if you will, right? Or you trusting that you're going to get promotion, that the right promotion, the right role for you is going to happen, and not getting caught up in the process of it, if you will, right? So even though you don't have any evidence that something's going to come up, even though you don't have any evidence that you can do that new role or that new job, it's trusting yourself. It's believing even in yourself and doing it anyway, right? So we like to have evidence before we do something, right? We want to like think of it analytically, logically. We want to operate from our brain and trust that our brain knows all. But the only thing that your brain knows is your past, right? So when we want to do something new, we can't trust our brain because our brain wants us to keep doing what we've been doing because those things are comfortable, right? But I imagine the reason you're here is because you no longer want to be comfortable, right? You want to create the future. You're hoping, wishing, like even praying, if you will, that you can tap deep inside yourself to create what you want for your future. And the way you do that is by practicing self-confidence. It's by having trust in yourself, right? It's by developing the skill where your voice is strong and you can hear it, right? Over all of the outside and external noise, you want to be able to trust yourself and then learn instead of judge yourself when things don't go exactly as we planned. When things don't go exactly as planned, it doesn't mean stop trusting yourself. It doesn't mean stop making decisions. It means adjust, examine, pivot even, but keep going, right? So if you didn't get the first promotion you applied for, keep going. What is it you need to adjust? Have faith that you can do it. Have some self confidence, right? That you can produce the future that you want or that you desire. Okay, so with that, how do you get to some of this? Like, how can I help you get there faster? So, what I've done is create a confidence self assessment. And what you're going to do is go take that self assessment. In that self assessment, you're going to be asked some questions, and each of those questions is going to tie back to this course, of course, right? Because what I want to help you do is narrow in on where you need to focus building confidence, right? You can't possibly pick all the areas at one time. You can, and you'll get some improvement in all the areas, if you will. But if you focus on just one and two of those areas, so for example, if you want to focus on knowing who you are and increasing your skills, right? Like if those are the two things that you desire the most, that are the most beneficial to the next step you want to take in your career, then let's focus, let's go all in, exert all of our effort to that place versus dispersing our effort throughout the course, right? So that's what I want to help you do in this step is look at where am I confident or practicing confidence even, right? And then where do I want to go? Which of these areas are the most useful? Now, that doesn't mean don't take the whole course because the information in this course is useful. This is a lot of the information that you either don't know what you don't know, or it's just not what you're going to get in any context or detail from a Googling perspective, if you will, right? So I do want you to take the whole course. But when it comes to confidence, which means taking action, right? I want you to take action in the places that matter the most to you. And I want you to narrow those down to one or two, possibly three, if you would like, areas of this course. So with that, go take the self-assessment. I look forward to hearing kind of how it played out for you, if you were surprised at kind of where you landed or not, and then what you're looking forward to working on to help you get to one, confidence or self-confidence, and then two, your career goals ultimately, right? Like that's the benefit of working on your confidence, if you will.